Another quick wicket can completely reward them this third session and put them back in a very, very good position to fight back.
The skipper on strike. We are facing his very first ball. Litun Kumar Das, slip and plays. The man silly on the offside.
It's well bowled, well bowled. Funny old game. And no matter how cliched it sounds, imagine the difference a couple of wickets can do. It makes the body language has changed. There's a smile on the captain's face. They're appealing. They're bowling much better. Oh, could have gone through the corridor. It was good bowling from Amir Hamza. They've got the much-needed support and bowling in partnership, as you just mentioned.
It's a lovely first-up delivery to Litun Kumar Das. It came back in, inside edge, and somehow hit the back leg. Beautifully bowled. Yep, indication of an inside edge from the keeper. That's how you apply the pressure. And it all started with Nijat Masood, who was bowling with lovely line and length and managed to pick up a wicket of Momin ul Haq. And then Amir Hamza getting in his act together by enticing Nazmul Shan to take him on and getting him caught in the deep. Another good over. 274 for 4.
Stop. That is your off stump.
Rahmat Shah got them the breakthrough, which helped them break the partnership by dismissing Mahmudul Hasan Joy, and then Masood has carried on, the debutant. He's bowled well, and so has Karim Janat. He's bowled brilliantly, though he's not taken a wicket yet. Nazmul Hasan MP and the president of the Bangladesh Cricket Board, alongside Jalal Yunus, chairman of cricket operations of the cricket board, dignitaries, here to enjoy the Walton Bangladesh-Afghanistan test match, powered by ice screen. And it's game on. It's game on. Bangladesh now are being challenged by Afghanistan, and they definitely have had a ploy against Mushfiqur Rahim, trying to spray him with a few short deliveries. It is, and they've got a mid-wicket in position, trying to tempt him to go for the cuts and the pulls.
And I think it's a good ploy. Peppering him with some short pitch deliveries, well-directed short deliveries. Hit him on the left hand. But he's a tough cookie to break. But that change of plan, change of his strategy worked in favor for Afghanistan, because they also picked up Momin ul Haq with a short delivery, getting caught behind down the leg side. But you really don't want to see them overdo it, because you just want to keep it as a bit of a surprise factor. But it's really nice to see the bowlers again a short one, changing the plan, and if it comes off, if it picks up a wicket, then well done. It's a good little period for Afghanistan. It's a good comeback. They were all over the place in the first two sessions, but in the third session, they looked a different side. Much more positive in terms of confidence. Looks a little bit more aggressive by bowling the short pitch deliveries, well-directed short pitch deliveries. Yeah. A really good comeback for Afghanistan.
And it's worth mentioning, that's not the easiest thing to do. Under such heat in the third session, you come in and bend your back. It's easier said than done. And they're doing it. So full credit to the Afghanistan bowlers. It's a decent over so far. No runs off it. Testing the batters. Beautiful camera work. Drone shots of the Mirpur Sher-e-Bangla National Cricket Stadium. Weekday here, of course, in Dhaka. This time he takes the bait, pulls it, but away from the fielder. He is class, isn't he? Makes it look so easy, yet it goes for a maximum. And the end of the over. 280 for 4.
Back. You're watching the Walton Bangladesh versus Afghanistan Test Match 2023, powered by Ice Screen. It's interestingly poised. Afghanistan making a comeback in the last hour. And the last ball, though, did not go their way. Stood up to be hit. They've been peppering Mushfiqur Rahim in particular with the short pitch deliveries. But on this occasion, Liton Kumar Das, the skipper, was equal to the task and really put it away with disdain, the maximum. Just something that to work on in the discipline of the bowling. They've done well, as I said, in the post-tea session. But the need to keep on imparting that pressure on a regular basis, as I'm joined by Fawaz Maroof.
Hello, Shamim. The order for Bangladesh would be to create another partnership, isn't it? After the great start for the top order game, they lost their way in a way. Mominul Haq was gone for cheap runs down the leg side, but now these two players have the responsibility, being the seeing players, Liton Kumar and Mushfiqur Rahim. But full marks to the Afghanistan team as well, isn't it? After tea, they've been really good.
Too many down the leg side. I think they missed an opportunity there by Mushfiqur Rahim. Two down the leg side, both of them he really couldn't latch on to. But you're absolutely right. This is a phase of the day's play where both sides are looking to just hang back to a certain extent and work out how they're going to play out the last phase of play, last hour of play can turn out to be quite crucial. This is the time the batters will be trying to consolidate. The bowling unit will hope that they can break this partnership, as you mentioned. So a little bit of a cat and mouse in the middle at the moment.
And also what Afghanistan should be keeping an eye is their run over rate. It's just past 4 o'clock. And ideally, something close to 73 over 75 over should have been bowled. But it's not the case. 61.3. Yes, half an hour can be caught from 5 in the evening, but still, I feel that they are very well short of the over rate as well. That's sort of a day, isn't it? Plenty of no balls, batsmen getting out for a no ball. And in the end, 3 wickets fell in quick succession. But now they got their work cut out against 2 quality batsmen.
And add to that the heat and the fatigue really not making everyone do things in a hurry. They're just taking their time and going about the job, conserving energy, as Mushfiq is distracted by someone behind the bowler's arm. That Brawley there. Red and white, of course. The red ball here. Just need to just. He seems to be all right. Now he's got onto that one into his favorite area around cow corner. Just scrambles through for the second run.
A cameraman's working really hard in this heat, and it'd be unfair to get rid of the umbrella, isn't it? That's about 10 meters away from the side screen. And these guys are doing a hard job, staying in the sun, plenty of water, and that's a far away from side screen. Look at it, where the main side screen is and where the cameraman stands. Cannot be the thing, for surely.
I don't think that was it. Otherwise, they'd have just moved it. I think there was maybe something else that had caught Mushfiq's eyes. It is hard work, almost in the Yorker length area. There were 3 short pitch deliveries, and it comes back with a good one to finish the over. 284 for 4. Oh, it's a no ball again. Unbelievable. This has happened so many times. Zahir, the culprit again.
Believe me or not, Shamim, it's a 13th no ball. And if my calculation is right, that's the 9th by a spinner. Cardinal error, indiscipline, those are the 2 words I would like to use. Anything more you could add?
I think I've said my piece prior to that. This is not acceptable. This is something that the Afghanistan team will have to work on. Gives that last delivery for Mushfiqur Rahim to put it away to the boundary. Through cow corner. Paid the price for that no ball. Finishes with a 4. Score moves on to 289 for 4. We're talking about the slow over rates, 24 in the first session, 25 in the second, still not enough in the third. There will be an extension of play by at least half an hour. This is the boundary of the last ball of the previous over. Slog sweep is his favorite shot, and he gets 4 runs.
A hint of reverse swing, I feel, from Karim Janat. That was full by Zahir. Don't think Mushfiqur Rahim got anywhere near the middle of the bat, but just good enough. Just goes to show what sort of a good willow Mushfiqur has in his hands. The previous delivery from Janat, the way the ball shaped in, I just feel reverse swing has started. And this is where the art of reverse swing will be tested among the bowlers.
Well, in the early morning, we expected some swing because of overhead conditions and the greenery accorded to them with the wicket, but not very prominent swing. But now, maybe that reverse that you might have detected, if they'd done their work on the ball, keeping a shine on one side of the ball and then trying to make it reverse, wait and see if it's actually taking effect. And that is something that the batters also have to keep an eye out for. Persistence with a couple of slips, that's good from Afghanistan.
That's a better length by Karim Janat. The previous one was quite short. When this ball is moving a bit, reverse swing over the conventional swing, it's a good idea to get the batsman in the front foot driving. That's where you can get that, find that gap and sneak in. And as I said, fast bowling, when it comes to reverse swing, is an art. And how comfortable these Greeks are bowling reverse swing is another question to be asked. And all of a sudden, you have seen everything. That's the shiny side, not too clear. I think probably towards the slip end. I'm not too sure. Not that clear. But definitely there is some movement with the older ball for Karim Janat.
And if as a bowler you see that there is a bit of movement, you try to bowl with an upright seam. You might have it either way. Allow it to swing away or in. You see just shiny side on the left side, so we're dragging that away. Go a little quicker. The aerodynamics holding up the other side, making the shiny side go slightly quicker, making the reverse come into work.
That's some swing. I mean, from the evidence from the pictures what we got, it looks the shiny side was on the offside and the ball is moving towards the leg side of the right hand. That's conventional swing. I was wondering how so much grass in this pitch and surrounding pitches are green as well, apart from one or two pitches which have been used. How it's going to reverse swing so quickly? I think the doubt was cleared. It's still conventional swing. And full marks to Karim Janat to finding it and finding it late. If the ball moves early, a batsman can adjust. But when the ball moves late, that's where most of the time batsmen are in trouble.
It's 290 for 4.
Road is clear to Shamim's palace.
You mean to my hut? Yeah, it's surprisingly clear. Well, it is the afternoon. Offices are going to close in about an hour, and then it's going to be more traffic later on. And but it's nice to see people are sheltering themselves from the heat and the sun unless absolutely necessary. No one's going to venture out in this hot and humid conditions.
Catch it!
Catch it is the call. Gets the edge. Gets the wicket. Wow, that is completely against the run of play. It seems such a soft way of getting out. Just a half into that shot. Not really positive with the intent, and he has to go.
A soft dismissal of Ritan Kumar. It was a wrong one. I don't think Ritan Kumar picked it up, but a smart catch by Ibrahim Zadran in the slips. Full marks to Zahir Khan for being there or thereabout. And a loose stroke and a simple catch to the field that slip. Gone for 9, Litton. Bangladesh 290 for 5.
Mehdi Hasan Miraj is the new batter in. Afghanistan fighting back. They're doing well. Getting wickets at regular intervals. 256 for 3, 271 for 4, 290 for 5. Bangladesh having to really strive to work hard here. Had that wonderful partnership of 272 for the second wicket, but since then, credit must go to Afghanistan. Mehdi Hasan has got 1,197 runs, 1 century, 4 50s in his short career, and is coming at a time when Bangladesh are really pushed back. Haven't been in this.
Just what you need as soon as you come to the crease. A half cracker which has dealt with fierce power. Another wrong one attempted, and take a look at that for a stroke by young Miraz. Rolling the wrist over and making sure that I'm not too sure what Miraz and Mushikur Rahim is comfortable, but definitely when my playing days, I usually look at the wrist, try and pick up anything what's possible through the offside, just for a single to end the 64th over. Bangladesh 296 for 5.
after that brilliant partnership, Shanto and Mahmudul, Afghanistan have come back strongly. Mushfiqur Rahim and Mehdi Hasan Miraj. Now, you would possibly say the last pair of recognized batters per se. These are the fall of wickets. You can see after 218, 256, the third one, 271 immediately after, and 291, the fifth one. So Afghanistan can take a lot of credit after being down and under enormous pressure with the bowlers being hit around the park. Manner in which they've come back in this test match shows a lot of resilience and temperament on their part. Haven't given up. That is good to see.
Yamin Ahmadzai replacing Karim Janat from the Walton end. The message is quite clear from skipper Shahidi, is to have a spinner from the ice cream end and have Walton in. To have the fast bowlers bowling in shorter spells. This should be the way forward. Not letting the batsman settle in with two spinners from both the ends. Have a fast bowler going from one end and get the attacking spinner from the other.
Just trying to angle the ball in towards the feet of Mehdi Hasan Miraj. Just the lack of pace. 126 clicks, that one. Basically, that's one area that talked to our friend Farhad, who said there's a lack of pace bowlers in the recent past. Need some real pacey bowlers to really trouble the batters. And someone at the pace of Ahmadzai would need to be very accurate. Accuracy and variations.
One thing is sure, to bowl fast, you can't coach. Comes naturally and just get the alignment straight. But when it comes to skill, that's something that a coach can do. And encouraging fast bowlers to come through the system is all about preparing pitches accordingly. I think this is where the authority should look into preparing first-class wickets, having some grass, encouraging more fast bowlers to come through. This is where we should be starting. Yes, Afghanistan just started playing first-class cricket a few years ago, but this is a way you encourage fast bowlers to come as we speak. That's a quick, a nasty bouncer.
And they've employed that pretty well, that bouncer. Earlier to Mushfiqur Rahim, now to Mehdi Hasan Miraj. Maybe on occasion it's been high enough to evade the bat or go over the head. If they can just ensure that comes into the rib cage area, both are not very tall batters, so it'll be around the shoulder area, make it uncomfortable for the batter to negotiate, force them into playing a shot instead of trying to evade it by swaying away or ducking under. That will put the batters in trouble. Difficult art. That shot is lashed onto that one. It's gone past the fielder and it's racing away to the boundary. Anything short and wide.
300 up for Bangladesh. For a moment, the car point fielder thought he's in the game, but I thought Mehdi Hasan Miraj timed it really well. Middle of the bat, didn't have any intention of keeping it down. Yeah. And the field at cow point, valiant attempt, but was far away from the fielder. It's the fourth time that on day one, the scores has crossed over 300 runs at Mirpur. The highest on day one at Mirpur has been 361 in 2012 against West Indies. Records are meant to be broken, but it's coming in numbers and double quick crime, isn't it? As Shahidi is inquiring from the umpire. And it's a change of balls all of a sudden after delivery. Not too sure what happened there, but extra balls. Comedy of errors happening even outside the circle.
How did that manage to creep in? Possibly there was a ball being... Someone's practicing outside and it got mixed up with the one that was hit to the boundary. Got the wrong ball in. Oh, well, interesting.
Always should be very careful with the balls.
Again short. Again punched away. This is excellent batting. First it was to the right of the fielder. I think this one went past him behind. It looks very confident as we come to the end of that over. 304 for 5.
Mr. Ramps, Kareem is back. Kareem is back. Hemi bowling, Hemi.
Mushfiqur Rahim and Mehdi Hassan Miraj
Easy Iqbala.
building up a little bit of a partnership. Some resistance here after a cluster of wickets had fallen. This is the Whitford. Plays it with confidence. Again in the air, but knew exactly where he was going to put it away from the fielder. Oh, that's a beauty. Ball's really talking now.
A perfect left armer's delivery, isn't it? There was some drift into the right-hander. It turned, it bounced. But for luckily, Mushfiqur Rahim, he played with soft hands. That was the secret, that the ball did not carry towards the second slip area where Ibrahim Zardran would have been in play.
That induced edge has prompted the silly point fielder being brought in. But he's gone out to the safety of the non-striker's end with that single. But with similar kind of batters, with both the right-handed batters in view, they've persisted along with the slip with that silly point. That is good from the skipper. Afghanistan trying to put the pressure. As I say, they've decided they'll dispose of the silly point and bring him to forward short, the other side of the ground.
Hello, bowling, Hemi.
The strategy is being played out here. When you're thinking of the forward short leg fielder, you're thinking more of a arm delivery rather than a ball turning away. Maybe get a bit of extra bounce.
Easy. Hemi.
The last couple of deliveries, the curving is quite evident, isn't it? If Hamza could land of that good length delivery consistently with the turn and bounce, which is an offer on this pitch, he'll be in a handful. But the consistency, just like that, as I said, a beautiful delivery to end the over. Very good one. 305 for 5.
Welcome back to the first day of the Walton Bangladesh versus Afghanistan Test Match 2023, powered by iScreen. And Afghanistan has made their way back, managed to take 4 wickets in the span of 72 runs. It's fair to say it's a very good comeback from Afghanistan. Roughly around an hour left in the day's play. Already 3 wickets in this third session of the day. Just given away 71 runs. Yes, only into the 18th over. Should be a bit of relief. Jonathan Trott on the left, the Afghanistan coach. Mehdi Hasan Miraj along with Mr. Dependable Mushfiqur Rahim in the crease. Partnership just 16 of 20 at the moment. Miraj scored his test done against West Indies. Also made a fighting century against India. Different format though, ODI. And was for a winning cause, so definitely has some character. Grit shown by Afghanistan. Now it's Bangladesh's turn.
Yeah, the dressing room, the Bangladesh dressing room will be keeping a very close eye on Mehdi Hasan Miraj. He has a test match 100. Yes, they're well placed at 3 and 6 for 5. At one stage when they were 218 for 1, they would have been thinking that okay, let's just bet as much as possible and let's bat once in this test match. Not the case anymore. He'll play his shots. That is the third boundary is picked up in that direction, short and wide, nicely put away. And he scores quickly. So he moves on to 17 of just 18 deliveries. Mehdi Hasan Miraj. Look how wide that is.
Was short and wide and definitely not shy of hitting them in the air. Mehdi Hasan Miraj has to be careful. There is a gully in position for exciting contest. Short delivery from Ahmed Zai. He's just bowled. The first 5 overs he bowled was at the very beginning of the day. That one spell. He's gone on and off the field. Wonder if he's just carrying a niggle or perhaps the heat has gotten to him. Now he's back. He's bowling. Definitely not easy, but if you've got one of your front up seamers not available, doesn't make it an easy case for the rest of the.
Well, he's still bowling. Nicely bowled, bit of a shape. They finished the over. 3 and 10 for 5.
Partnership of 212 between Joy and Shantu. Just 270 deliveries has made the difference. Courtesy of that. Bangladesh at 310, but what a shot. Swept away one of his favorite shots, Mushfiqur Rahim.
Yeah, this is one of his favorite shot, the slot sweep. It was there in the slot. No one in the deep in that direction, so easy pickings for Mushfiqur Rahim. He enjoys batting in Mirpur, Mushfiqur Rahim. Before the start of this test match, 1721 runs in Mirpur. Couple of double hundreds also to his name. He's got 3 double hundreds. One in Gaul. That was against Sri Lanka. 400s altogether, 25 matches. One of his favorite grounds. And he has been in good touch. In the recent past, he works so hard on his fitness levels, which pays him rich dividends.
Catch it!
Again the sweep, the lap sweep. And if he gets support from Mehdi Hasan Miraj, then he is more than capable of coming out with another big score.
We've just seen boundaries from both the batters. Bangladesh would definitely want to end the day on a high. Miraz and Mushfiqur clearly working towards that. But you've mentioned the work ethics of Mushfiqur Rahim to carry on for so long, so many years, being top run getters. Yes, the talent is there, but you got to take care of it. You got to take care of yourself. You got to love your body, take care of it, and no secret in the air, but away from danger. Over the fielder, will not get to the boundary, but sets an example not only for the team but also for the youngsters who dream of being in such a position someday.
The way he has batted so far, we'll come back to that, what you're discussing here. The way Mehdi Hasan Miraj has batted, it just will give a little bit more hope for Afghanistan bowlers, realizing that he's taking the bowlers on. If he miscues one, then he's in trouble. That's what they will be hoping for. It's drinks time. Score 317 for 5.
Mahmood enjoys 76 and Shando's century. Set Bangladesh up, Mushfiqur Rahim and Mehdi Hasan Miraj in the middle of the moment. Partnership of 27 of 30. Bangladesh stand at 317 for 5. This is the third and last session. These are the wickets. It was the very second over of the day. Bilal Masood getting the wicket on the debut. This was Joy chasing that delivery of Rahmat Shah outside the off stump and giving his wicket away. Mominul Haq guilty of nicking one down the leg side, and he just Masood once again getting a wicket. This was Hamza Chanto giving away, coming down the wicket, but he's played a brilliant knock of 146 before that. Full delivery from the left, but not for him. With speed between Zahir Hamza and Rahmat Shah. But Credit to Afghanistan for managing to pick up 4 wickets in the span of just 72 runs after that massive partnership of 212. So good comeback from Afghanistan. Some persistence and grit on display from them. This is Ranabhat Chandra has been excellent today. He's played repeatedly straight with the B and also square the wicket, not at all shy of using the crease to a few steps forward and also at times deep in the crease. And what an innings this has been. A man in form carries on and also in different formats. This time in the longer format, the prestigious one. A century in the red ball. Yet again, standing up for Bangladesh. And there's that partnership. 212, 270. Made the difference. 317 for 5 at the moment. And Mushfiqur Rahim and Hasan Miraj. They've got a job in hand to end the day on a high. They're in for a show and they've got one. Here on the very first day of the Walton Bangladesh versus Afghanistan Test Match 2023, powered by iScreen. Mushfiqur Rahim, the senior partner, doing the right thing. Still talking to Mehdi Hasan Miraj, Nijat Masood. It's been brilliant. 2 wickets of 57, 11 overs. Very good debut for him. Certainly one that will remain memorable. A slip and a gully, cover mid-off, in position inside the circle of the offside. From Mushfiqur Rahim. Full front of the stumps. 3 wickets in this session for Afghanistan already. So there has been 40 boundaries. This goes on to show the dominance, and 23 of them came off the bat of Nazrul and Shanto.
And 2 sixes. And if you add them on, that's 104 runs. 80 boundaries for Nazrul and Shanto. Incredible, isn't it? That's the way it went all wrong for Afghanistan. They just bowled too many loose deliveries, boundary deliveries. Oh, that's a beauty. And just looking back, we showed you earlier that mode of dismissal of Bangladesh batters. Apart from the one that got Zakaris and got behind, I thought it was soft dismissal. Each and every one of them. Mohammad was done a joy after getting set, chasing a wide delivery, getting caught in the slits. Nazrul was Shanto looked tired after the knock of 146, getting caught in the deep moment lag, getting caught behind, down the leg side, and then Mitchell Kumar chasing a wide delivery, nothing short, getting caught in the slits. So these are the things that the Big Haka Singer will be also keeping a very close eye. They had a little bit of a problem earlier on with the ball. But this is a good comeback. You know, they forced the batter to do the mistake. I thought that was a very good delivery. But have a look at that. Down the leg side. These are the two wickets from Masood. The player on debut picked up a wicket of the very first ball that he bowled in Test match cricket. These are the lengths. Look, it's all over, isn't it? Yes, he's picked up 2 wickets. Again, down the leg side, he's got away with it. Onto the pads. Yeah, they showed good discipline in the 3rd session by picking up wickets. But if you look at the lengths, too short. Just too short. Too many on the shorter side. No, have a look at the number of deliveries on full length. Nothing but 4 or 5 deliveries, few down the leg side. I mean, he was bowling to the left-hander, so it's a mix-up of the batters that he bowled to. But in Test match cricket, on a green, lively surface, you've got to push the length a little bit more fuller. Early days for them. Never shy away from learning and learning quickly. Better, much better length and line. Bit of a movement close to that off stump also.
In that corridor, he has shown signs of hope. Najat Masood, good length delivery, some movement coming inwards. In that corridor, more importantly. And again, have to bring it up. This format, it's all about that consistency, hitting that right spot over and over again. Much better. Yet again, right on the money.
Bangladesh will be happy if they do not lose another wicket at the end of the day's play. That's what they will be hoping for. Partnership of 28 between Mushfiqur Rahim and Mehdi Hasan Miraj. Just settle things around because they started to lose wickets. Still a lot of time to go there. Maybe perhaps another 10 over or so. Still to be bowled in this innings, so it's important to concentrate even more harder. 3-1-9 for 5.
زرخانه لک شانه معمولی یمینه لګ مخکې راشه قربان نه کېج باندې شه کنه کېج بم نیسو کنه
Short and pulled away. Boundary to start off the over. Mehdi Hasan Miraj onto it.
That has been the problem for all the bowlers. Cannot just maintain the pressure. Once they see them bowling in good areas, they just fail to continue to do so on a consistent basis. And nothing delivery gets the treatment for the boundary. That's the reason why Bangladesh has maintained this run rate of 4.67 runs per over up until now. Too many deliveries being hit for boundaries. Just too many.
catch it
Pull,
Nasir
cover drive. There is a sweeper in the deep. It's around 10 more overs to go. Scheduled to be end of the day. It's 5 p.m. but still around 20 overs remaining. So time will be extended. Play will be extended till 5:30. So yes, probably end up getting around 10 more overs. Loud appeal from both behind and in front of the stumps. The keeper thinks he wants to go for the review, and they're going for it.
I think the question they're asking is whether it has had the pat first.
TV umpire to the director. We have a play review for LBW. The on-field decision is not out. I've checked the front foot. It's a fair delivery. Front on spin vision, please. Okay, the ball bat are quite close to each other. Can I just have Ultrecht confirm whether there's bat before pad, please? Okay, definitely pad first. No bat involved. Can you go to ball tracking when ready, please? Original decision is not out. Pitch out it off. Impact outside. Paul, you can stay with your original decision of not out. Stand by. You're on screen signal now.
It's very close. Closer than it seemed at the very first. Two questions. Was it pad first or bat? And then the impact. Impact was just marginally outside, and that saves the wicket of Mushfiqur Rahim. The prized wicket of Mushfiqur Rahim.
Yeah, they lose the review.
Catch it. Easy.
Will be a single. It was nicely bowled from Amir Hamza that appealed that was against Mushfiqur Rahim. It came back, but the impact just outside the off stump. That's why they lost the review.
I think Rahman Shah has got himself hurt. Probably during the ball was being thrown back. During the last delivery. Here it is. Oh yes. Uneven bounce, uncalled for. Surprised him. And hit him right near his ears. Definitely a very key member of the Afghanistan batting unit. Rahman Shah got a century. The last time these two teams faced each other in a test match was in Chattogram in 2019. Definitely played his part in defeating Bangladesh in that test match. Very integral part of the team. It's off the field, and rightly so. Precautions should be taken. Just to ensure safety. Better safe than sorry. Ready 6 runs of this over.
آی یار دا شد حمزه دا زما خوزاخه شابه شابه حمزه زما پریده ورته خپله غلطي کوي Oh, Hemi, well bowled.
End of the over. Bangladesh 325 for 5. Last time Afghanistan faced Bangladesh in a test match, Chattogram 2019, won the toss. Put up a good total in the very first innings, 342. And there's Rahman Shah there, that innings of 102. And finally, the last innings, Bangladesh were bowled out for 173. Rashid Khan played a major part, taking a 6 for 11 wickets in the match as a whole. Definitely missing out. Afghanistan won that match by a massive margin of 224 runs. So yes, they are missing Rashid Khan. Fair to say that. Definitely a very important member of the Afghanistan squad. Been rested. Mujahid Masood to continue into his 13th over.
It'll be interesting to see how the pitch behaves on day 2. I thought the Afghanistan bowlers did not show the right kind of discipline. Otherwise, they would have made a little bit more difficult, the life more difficult for the batters around in this first innings on day 1. But if you look at the scorecard, Bangladesh way ahead. Nicely played. It should come back for the second. And it's important because when you get a side to a bat first, winning the toss and asking the opposition to come into bat first, you won't want early wickets. They did manage to pick up the wicket of Zakir Hassan early on. But then they lost the plot, that massive partnership between Joy and Shanto, taking it away from Afghanistan. It's now on to Bangladesh to set this test match up. We'll have to wait and see how much they end up scoring. But at the moment, good conditions for batting. Yes, they've lost 5 wickets, but the 2 batter in the middle are quality players. So that's the reason why I feel it's important for them not to lose another wicket. And if they can hang on, start afresh tomorrow, then you never know.
As you just mentioned, Atabhai, a little while earlier, that Afghanistan has to learn and learn fast. And perhaps that's going to be the end of the day. When they can go back and look back at what they have not done right in the first day. The no balls, the wides, the overthrows, the inconsistency in the lines and the length.
Yeah, I think that's the word. They were very, very inconsistent. They didn't show the right kind of discipline. I mean, he had a reason to bowl first after winning the toss. So it was up to the seamers up front, the frontline seamers, to repay the faith. Ah, what a shot. That is a beauty from Mehdi Hasan Miraj. Again, short and wide. You really cannot afford to bowl these lengths and lines. Have a look at this. Right from the middle part of the bat. And that is too off the back foot. That's a lovely back foot punch from Mehdi Hasan Miraj.
Such a good looking shot. Rocking back onto the back foot, opening the face. Stood tall. Yet another boundary. And that's where credit should be given to Bangladesh. They've taken the boundaries in between.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about in terms of line and lengths from the Afghanistan bowlers. Good run taken. And they've presented this opportunity for each and every batter over and over again. It's all three. It's 333 for 5.
Lost me one. just coming into the last half hour's play, and this the first day of the Walton Bangladesh versus Afghanistan Test match 2023, powered by Ice Cream. The crowds still coming in and waiting and enjoying the game. It's been a good fight back by Afghanistan in this session. Having been really put under the cosh earlier on, they've done well. The bowlers have shown some resilience, some application, and have induced some strokes which have resulted in wickets. They want to finish on a high. A lot of bowlers used Hamza. And now you see more of an effort to give the ball some more flight, the confidence building here, Farhad.
Well, but for sure, the luck has not been on the side of Afghanistan. Look at this. This one almost could have turned into a cotton bolt, falling short of Hamza. But you're spot on. They have bowled much better in this last session compared to the other two sessions. They were all over the places.
And it's not easy. Once you start off badly or have a bad patch, and then you come back and produce the goods, that shows the determination, the resilience. I was mentioning that between lunch and tea, that Afghanistan need to have at least one session where they can exert their authority, and they've managed to do that. That stands them in good stead for the future.
But Bangladesh has actually been chipping away with another partnership between Mushfiqur and Mehdi Hassan. That was the cotton bowl chance that I was talking about. Luck has just not been on their end, falling much shorter than Amir Hamza Hotak. So, talking about the partnership, this has been quite a good partnership, turning out to be 43 runs. And the important thing is, if they do not lose the wicket, they go with confidence, and they can come back fresh tomorrow and start from where they leave.
This has been very, very accurate. A maiden over. 3-3-3 for 5. One indicator to the accuracy of the Afghan bowling is 8 overs of maidens out of 72. Now that percentage, if it was improved, more maiden overs, more dot balls, that would have exerted the pressure. And as you mentioned, Bangladesh have reasonably kept on with that 4.5 per over scoring rate, which is pretty good for a first day or for any day of a test match.
See, that was the problem. The faith from the skipper to put Bangladesh to bat was not really cashed and capitalized by the bowlers, and in particular by the seamers. You need to consistently hit the top of the off stump length balls where you can bring the slip cordon in the play, and that's the reason why you have 3-4 fielders in the slip in the gully. So you need to bowl as such that you can create those chances. You need to invite the bowlers to go after you, go for the drive. And at times it might go for the boundary, but it could also create chances and get you wickets. Because with the wickets, you can exert more pressure. But if you give away freebies like this, you just take all the pressure out. 4 runs conceded bye-bye.
Yeah, and that has been the problem, the inconsistencies in lines and lengths. They bowl some very good deliveries, and then suddenly you get something like the last one. So, like the last over, it was a maiden. It was a picture of accuracy. And that has to be done on a consistent basis. If you're going to exert any kind of pressure, make the batters try and play false shots. But when the runs flow without too much effort, it just plays into the hands of the batting unit.
We're looking at another 50-run partnership, 1 run shy of a good 50-run partnership. See, now this is where Bangladesh has been building back again. There was a stage in the game where Afghanistan came back in strongly, taking those important 4 wickets. But but Bangladesh has been just building up so well. With this, they bring up their 50-run partnership. They will want to stay there, not to lose the wicket, and come back tomorrow and start fresh.
And it's come in good time, just 58 deliveries, which shows that the batters are settling in, they're finding stroke making easier. Now, another full toss. Could have done better. I suppose tiredness also getting to Mehdi Hassan Miraj, maybe didn't go full hog at that one. The inconsistencies of lines and legs, we keep on harping about the same thing. Whereas in this format of the game, you have to be really, really accurate. Discipline is the key word. Just a simple run once again, despite that yelp from the bowler. Bangladesh 342 for 5.
Boys.
Mixed feelings down there in the dugout for Afghanistan. The assistant coach, Raees Ahmadzai. Bowling coach, Hamid Hassan. They will have to work out a plan for tomorrow and a better than today's. Afghanistan has given away so many free runs today. I would rather say maybe Bangladesh did not capitalize enough. The example was the last ball from the over, which was full toss. And I think it was Mushfiqur or probably Mehdi, forgive me for not getting the exact batter, but was not able to capitalize on it.
Well, he just went forward. It seems to have been beaten. It's kind of a shot that it seemed to have aborted at the last moment. Let's have a look at it. The drift there kept on, didn't turn too much. I think give the batter the credit for letting it go, realizing that the ball's going to straighten. And that hurried onto him. That is good. The good mix that you need, the variations that you need, and the control that you need. Again, a good over so far, just a single run.
But how beautifully did he play it? He's very good on the back foot, Mehdi Hassan Miraj. He was quick onto his back foot and he quickly stopped it and defended that ball. So it tells you he's a very skillful batter, a very handy batter for Bangladesh.
On the front foot, he's also equally confident, but very adept on the back foot. You can see it goes back to cut it square of the wicket, back to the point. Most occasions, he's not going to miss out on any width of the back foot. And whenever it's short, he pounces on it, uses the depth of the crease very well. And you can see the other deliveries. He's just managed to just play a more orthodox role, but once he sees the width, pounces on it. Other way around, Mushfiqur Rahim is prepared to go and reach the ball, despite the fact that he also is very adept at using the depth of the crease. So in these two, they have a partnership going, which augurs well for Bangladesh. 345 for 5. partnership building. 55, 35 to Mushfiqur Rahim, 33 to Mehdi Hassan Miraj. I've got about just over 15, 17 minutes left in the day's play. 6 more overs before the new ball is due. Don't think they're going to take it today. They're going to run out of time. Over it has been pretty slow. Now, that's too far down the ground. Seems to be impacting just around or outside the leg stump.
Deciding to go for the review or against it. Asking his teammates questions, certainly going down the leg side. Go against taking a review, and I believe it was not necessary. Really look at this. It's absolutely going all the way down the leg side.
Yeah, that orthodox turn, but sharp on that occasion. Not going to interest the umpire, neither the skipper in pondering a review. But a moral victory. When any time the ball beats the bat and hits the pad, despite the fact that he might not get a wicket, he will be pretty happy with that. He definitely, umpire Scott going way down. Sharp turn.
I will rather give credit to Mushfiqur Rahim for saving a boundary for Zahir Khan. Had it not hit his pads, he will just have hit another bye. The way he's been drifting down the leg side and going away for the boundary.
They have been tentative. Tell you what, it's not that they're finishing the day really confident and really giving the trouble and the problems for the bowlers. There have been good deliveries. They have realization of the fact that they're coming to the end of the day's play. So their approach is quite circumspect at the moment. Will pull back on the more attacking shots unless it's right there for you to put away. See the approach now. There's going to be more of that in the next 15 minutes.
Yeah, and it is how you can capitalize on these moments, because another no ball. There have been plentiful of no ball, and so many of them have been bowled by Zahir Khan. The tally reaches 15. So 15 no balls, and this has been a huge.
It's unbelievable the amount of no balls we've seen, particularly from the spinners. It's a cardinal sin when they bowl 1 or 2 no balls. 15 of them combined in the seamers and the spin bowlers. Haven't really seen that many no balls bowled in a test match in a day. A lot of concern for the Afghans. As you said, when they go back tonight, they're going to really work out the reason for that. Something they want to rectify quickly. Another good ball.
Very few of such wonderful deliveries that we have happened to have seen during the day. This one was a wrong one. Mehdi Hassan Miraj didn't read it at all. It adds to the beauty of the game when you have a bowler bowling these deliveries. It tells you how beautiful this game is. What a beautiful competition this is between the batter and the bowler. Kind of a mind game and playing each other out.
Almost to the boundary. There are a couple of runs to finish. Over number 75 of the day is 349 for 5. That's the situation now. 36 to Mushfiq. Mehdi Hassan on 35, going neck and neck, building up this partnership worth 59 runs and 73 balls. just doing some recovery work after some wickets have fallen for Bangladesh, and it's again hard work for the Afghan bowlers. Coming to the end of the day, bodies will be tiring. It'll be difficult for the fielders to stay focused. Thankfully, the temperature's gone down. There's a little bit of breeze blowing. Backs away. The 350 comes up with that single for Bangladesh.
I was talking about the moment that maybe the fact that 10-15 minutes of a game is left, might Bangladesh be extra cautious and might just give an opening, and maybe Afghanistan could get another breakthrough. They'll be very happy if they could finish with one more wicket, while Bangladesh has done so many things right today, and that's the reason why they have 350 on the board.
Bit of a yes and no between the two, and that's the last thing you want. I know the mind can play games when your body and mind are tired. You want to stay focused. It's been a tough day for the fielding unit in particular. Hot and muggy, and it drains your energy. A lot of rehydration right through the day. Thus, the over rate has been pretty short of target, which would be 90 overs in the day. We're just into the 76th over. But you're right, you should never know. Sometimes overcautious can lead to disaster. To remain alert. And the bowling has been tight. Also, the reason why is the batters are not trying to upset your rhythm, not trying to take you on. So it gives you the luxury as a bowler to stick to your basics.
Oh, that's absolutely a luxury. If the batter gives you so much of the leverage to allow you just keep bowling in the areas so that you can possibly get into the mind of the batter and get the batter off him. And that's the game. You do not want to allow the bowler. We saw how Shanto batted here. He was coming down the track. He was not allowing the bowlers to find the rhythm in the right line and length. And that's the reason why usually the batters now stand outside the crease, not to allow the bowlers practice the line that they have practiced before the game to be able to pitch in there. Another single. That's been the story. 76 overs done. And Bangladesh are 352 for 5.
The new ball is due in 4 overs. Don't think we're going to get to see it today. That may be good for the Afghans, taking the new ball when your bodies are tired. Instead, you come in fresh tomorrow, maybe a hint of rain or overcast conditions. You can exploit the new ball, the moisture in the wicket and the overhead conditions. So they wouldn't mind that too much.
And also, they will also get a refill of their reviews that they were able to use wisely to a larger extent. They were able to extract 2 wickets through the review, which the umpire initially had not given out. And on one instance, the decision was given as per umpire's call had they even gotten the review. So that was a good use of reviews, I guess. So yeah, I completely agree with you, Shamim, that though the new ball is due in the next 3 overs after this, they will want to take it tomorrow fresh. And we might just be in another 8 minutes or so of the game. And these 30 minutes too have been only extended courtesy to the slow over rate because they were not able